and this one's headed toward Moore and possibly West Norman. So, David Payne, go ahead.
All right, Gary, again, I tell you what, this thing is really turning into an amazing storm here. The feeder band coming in from the northeast, Gary, it's just probably 500-600 feet above the ground. It is really starting to wrap up. This thing is getting better and better organized as it comes into obviously the northwest sides of Oklahoma City and Edmond here. Circulation getting tighter and tighter, and again, we just hope it doesn't do anything. But Gary, it looks like it's sure going to try in the next few minutes. Circulation continues to get lower and lower, and also tighter and tighter. Back to you.
Okay. As of yet, it's a little difficult to identify the center of circulation on radar, but the whole bottom part of that system is rotating. So it's still, the warning is north of Hefner Road, which is and also long and including 122nd. It includes 136th, 150th, 164th. Now, the back edge of this, right now, part of the storm's already moved past MacArthur, not all of it, but it's moved past County Line. It's just about to move past Council Road. But you continue with that tornado warning north of Hefner Road, all the way over into Edmond, all of northwest Oklahoma County. That includes Muirfield, all those places through there, and passing over maybe parts of northern sections of the village. It is slowly organizing, and I want to check these other storms down here. New ones developing there in just southeast of Bethany, and here's another one that's going to become a supercell. It's a storm of the rotation, and that usually produces some type of damage, hail, strong winds, or a tornado. And once again, this storm in the Tuttle area is moving towards South Oklahoma City and more. This storm right here is moving toward Blanchard and Bridge Creek and Middleburg and Newcastle, and later into parts of West Norman and maybe South Moore. So big time storms developing. Right now we have 3 major ones, then we have some in northern Oklahoma, and these storms up in here, quite strong. Wakita, that storm could produce severe weather at any time. So we're watching this storm in Oklahoma County right here. We're going to check once again on it slowed so much. It was making 45 miles an hour earlier, turned to the east, and gives it more time to organize. And checking let's go back to Sky News 9, guys. Go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, Gary, right now we're sitting around Eastern and Kilpatrick Turnpike, just northeast of the station there, shooting back. And look at this forming right here, Gary. It's starting to get a big wall cloud, and it's getting very low to the ground. I'm going to estimate it's just sitting right on the west side of Edmond proper, downtown Edmond proper right now, but just a massive wall cloud starting to form up here. It is very active. We got circulation, Gary, in this. Like I said, it's just got to pull itself together and come a little bit tighter. And if it comes up tighter, then it's going to drop a very large tornado here. And like I said, right now I'm showing it's just on the west sides of Edmond, downtown Edmond right now, and just a massive, it's only a few hundred feet above the ground right now, and it's really trying to get itself together here, Gary. There's a lot of rotation on the backside of this. If Rich will pan to the left just a little bit, you're going to see right there on the left side of your screen that is rotating more and more rapidly now as I'm giving this report, Gary. It's really starting to get really active here, and like I said, we're sitting here around Eastern and right at the Kilpatrick and Eastern, northeast of the station, shooting back to the west. And we got a good eye on it, Gary. We'll keep you updated. Jim Garver reporting live from Bob Mills, Sky News 9. Back to you.
Okay, the road in front of you, is that the Turnpike, North Oklahoma City?
That's right, Gary. Right in front of me, you're looking straight down as Rich pans down just a little bit. You're going to see Broadway Extension, and Kilpatrick Turnpike is going to be to his left right there. There's the intersection of the Broadway and the Kilpatrick right there.
Tell Val, let's jump in. Val's audio, keep the video up from the helicopter and talk to Val.
Okay, Gary, we're at Danforth and Kelly right now. 2 miles southwest of us, rotation rapidly increasing, and that's going to be right over the western side of Edmond. And it's starting to rotate pretty fast, and it just came up all of a sudden. The rotation really increased quickly. We are at Danforth and Kelly, and it's about 1.5 to 2 miles straight southwest of us, Gary.
Yeah, we're looking at a huge wall cloud. So if you live in the Edmond area, and let's say it's moved a little bit, it continues to move a little bit to the east there, but it's east of MacArthur right now, the main part of the circulation, and most of it is east of Meridian, not all of it. But it's moving into West Edmond. It's a huge wall cloud. This will have the possibility of producing a large damaging tornado if it continues to develop. Movements east at 25 miles an hour, large hail with it, and it's a pretty wild situation in there. Of course, you guys in the Edmond area, And to the east, take your immediate tornado precautions. And as you look at that video, go ahead.
I'm at Santa Fe and 15th Street in Edmond. Santa Fe and 15th Street in Edmond here. Circulation basically just about overhead. Strong circulation here. And again, another thing that's happening, and I have a north wind. I have a northwest wind. Circulation just to my south now. It's going to be south of 15th Street is where the circulation is, okay? And I don't see a tornado on the ground. I am looking. There's a lot of lifting and a lot of turning. It's trying to localize at this point, Gary. North winds now. North wind going to 30 miles per hour. I'm looking for any debris or anything like that, Gary. It's really, really rotating hard. But I did not see the tornado on the ground. It's not. Gary and I have wrapping rain coming around the backside now, crossing over 15th Street. 15th Street to Santa Fe. This thing is really, really starting to spin. Gary, back to you. Hurry.
Okay. Just jump in, David, if you have anything else on that.
I'm here.
It is just on radar. It's classic rotation, classic hook echo, and still organizing. And eventually, this is going to produce a very large tornado. Right now, I would tell you as you watch that, if you live, it's north. It's east of Council now. Most of it. That's east of Council. It's east of Rockwell, and it's east of MacArthur, and it is east of Meridian. Except you drop a little bit to the south there. So it's the back edge of the storm is close to May Avenue, not too far away. Main threat is Edmond proper, OCU. Take immediate tornado precautions as we watch this storm continue to organize. How big is the hail? Okay, we're getting some hail with this.
You're fine, but you're going to get hail. There's no tornado, but you're going to get hail.
Okay, go ahead. What do you got, Mike?
No, I'm just cutting off some noise.
All right, Val Castro, what do you have?
Okay, Gary, we are in Edmond. We're on Danforth Road right now, and we're looking back at this thing. We're about 3 miles ahead of this. Rotation with this big lowering. They brought the fire trucks out in Edmond. We saw all the fire trucks from one station go out with their lights on just to warn people, I'm assuming. But they got all the traffic lights. They're on flash right now. It looks like they're preparing for this, but this thing is rotating, and it's right over the west side of Edmond, moving into the heart of Edmond, and this thing looks serious to me, Gary.
We can get a report on the size.
Okay, it's pretty good sized hail in parts of northwest Oklahoma City and also the Edmond area. So, Val, you're the meteorologist in the field there. You keep talking as long as you have anything.
Okay, we are sitting right at on Danforth Road, and looks like Bryant right now in the parking lot here, just watching this thing to our southwest. It's about 2 miles southwest of us. This thing is rotating hard, Gary. This thing is going to have to be watched very, very close. If you live in Edmond right now, I mean, I think I would be taking tornado precautions. Gary, back to you.
Okay. All right. We'll check in quickly with Mike Armstrong on this new projection on this tornadic thunderstorm. Go ahead,
Yeah, just updated the projection here, Gary. This possibly developing tornadoes on the west side of Edmond near downtown, moving to the east-northeast, so it's going to move really right across the heart of Edmond, and then on across I-35 near 2nd, on up toward Danforth, Covell, and perhaps even all the way up to Waterloo. You guys really, all the way in from, let's call it all the way from the Kilpatrick or Memorial, all the way up to the county line, need to be taking tornado precautions. If you haven't done so, again, with this huge, massive wall cloud developing right now on Sky News 9, you are taking a major risk right now. If you try to go outside and look at this thing, don't do it. You need to go to your shelter right now and just wait this thing out until the storm gets out of here. All right, Gary?
Okay, David Payne, are you on the line?
Yeah, okay, Gary, again, let me turn around here. I'm at 2nd Street at Broadway Extension in Edmond. And hang on just a second here. Wrapping rain now coming on the southern side. Major swirl now. Major swirl is going to be just south of 15th Street. Major swirl in the sky with wrapping rain now. Quickly overtaking the Broadway Extension. Wrapping rain, but the circulation is basically, if you live in Edmond, circulation now trying to go over Home Depot between there and 33rd. Where the circulation is, it's going to be between and just south, it looks like, Gary, of 15th Street. But I don't see a tornado. But it's a broad area circulation right now, Gary. It's trying to localize.
Yeah, it has not tightened up yet, but it is tightening up. Looking at radar, we can see the southern portion of it is coming along southwest of Edmond, still east at 25. So it's a huge rotation. It's a classic supercell You might take a quick look here at Excel, guys. And this is moving you guys in around Edmond and a little south of downtown Edmond, a couple let's say 5 miles, and on to the east. Take immediate tornado precautions. No tornado yet, but it could happen at any moment the way it looks this particular time. This storm continues to organize. I got to check these down here. These storms may well become supercells also, and they're moving towards South Oklahoma City and the Newcastle area, and more, and a little bit later, Norman. So they're not as severe as this storm. The only really severe one they have in this part of the state is right here. So the hail is indicated. Hail is indicated along 192nd and also along 178th. Very large hail. Circulation is big, so parts of West Edmond, a little bit of South Edmond, and North Edmond, and East Edmond over Lake Hiawassee should continue with their tornado precautions. This is moving east at 25 miles an hour. So it's right now the target zone appears to be, Edmond itself, which is right over that area. Let's go to Sky News 9.
Well, Gary, right now you're looking at that rain shaft that David was talking about. It's really, that rain shaft's really tightened up. Now, the wall cloud itself in front is kind of crumbled just a little bit right there. And you still have the Lineker cloud there as we come back to the left there. Right now I'm set north, just on the north side of the Kilpatrick, east of I-35, kind of flying sideways here. But that area right in there and just back on the back side of that is really what we've been watching, Gary. And now it's kind of went back up. It's kind of become high base again, and the rain shaft is now kind of starting to spread out a little more. So again, I think it's just one of those cycle stages again. But like right now, it's setting right. The heavy rain shaft is about right over 33rd Street in Edmond Broadway Extension, moving over. And like I said, the wall cloud itself is still very low, and the rain shaft right there is spread out just a little bit more than it was when we showed you the first shot. It's pretty tight there when David was talking. They had that.
Can you hear me?
It looked like it started.
Hey, we got funnel. We have a funnel. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Val.
Okay, we're at Bryant and 2nd Street in Edmond right now, looking south. Okay, it's going to be about 1 mile south. We got a developing funnel right now about a mile south of us. Man, tornado sirens are blaring everywhere. Okay, Gary, this thing is, the funnel now is halfway to the ground. It is just kind of a large, almost bowl-shaped type of a funnel. There's wrapping rain curtains all around it. Gary, this is going to be about 1 mile or so straight south of me. Probably right on Bryant, pretty near 15th Street, Gary.
Okay. Just keep talking. If you see that thing, you keep talking. We got the helicopter set up.
And I don't see anything on the ground. I'm looking close for debris. I just see a lot of wrapping rain curtains. Whoa. There might be debris. There's debris on the ground, Gary. Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground.
Give me location of the tornado.
Tornado on the ground. It's going to be about 15th and about Bryant, maybe slightly west of Bryant, right near 15th Street, Gary. I'm at 2nd Street.
Go ahead, David. Go ahead.
Gary, I'm at Bryant and 15th. It's crossing Bryant right now. It's going right down 33rd Street. There it is. Tornado on the ground. Tornado on the ground. It's going to be just cross Bryant Avenue. Just cross Bryant Avenue. Spring Creek. There's Spring Creek Shopping Center. It's south of that. It's south of that. An eighth of a mile, Gary. I've got debris. A little bit of debris, not much, but I have some that it wrapped up. There's a lot of debris, Mike. David, there's a lot of debris. From my location, we're about 3/4 of a mile north of you, and there is increasing debris right now. The funnel doesn't go all the way to the ground, but it's working on it, and the debris is getting bigger, Gary. It's going to be probably around on Bryant Avenue, maybe just east of Bryant, pretty near 15th. Yeah, it's almost a Coltrane. Okay, it's getting bigger. You can't see the funnel from your vantage point, David, but it's a nice, big, cone-shaped funnel, and it's growing, getting closer to the ground. There's damage being done in Edmond right now. Yeah, if you're in Edmond, he's right. I see it. There's damage being done in Edmond right now.
There it is.
Well, we got to watch. We got to get video. If you're in
This is
Edmond,
southeast 50.
look at that. There's a lot of debris.
Val, what direction are you looking?
Okay, we're looking southeast.
Okay, Val's is on 2nd Street. Val's on 2nd Street. I think Dave is just to the south there on 15th Street.
Yeah, I'm in 15th and power flash. 2 power flashes.
Oh, man.
There it is. There's a tornado.
Power flashes right now. There's big time damage being done in Edmond right now.
Pull back.
I think the tornado is increasing, Gary.
You two guys, David and And Val, talk us through this.
Look, it's the tornado appears to me that it's getting stronger. It's not weakening at all. We've seen several power flashes. It's probably over near Coltrane. Another power flash.
Yeah, we see it. We see it. It's getting ready to come to the ground.
Gary, it's right here. I'm at 15th and Coltrane. Southwest of 15th and Coltrane. I've got debris in the air. A lot more debris now than I had 5 minutes ago. Here it is, Gary. It's crossing Coltrane right now. The tornado is crossing Coltrane. It's going to be an EF2. It's going to be Gary. Crossing Coltrane. Crossing Coltrane. Look at this. Wow. Crossing Coltrane south of 15th Street. Very violent, Gary. I have condensation going all the way to the ground. Condensation. Roll the window up. Crossing Coltrane right south of 15th Street. Tornado.
Passing Coltrane.
Crossing Coltrane south of 15th. I have debris in the air. It's multiple vortex.
Arrowhead Hills edition.
I know.
That'd be the Arrowhead Hills edition.
Yeah, I'm passing Arrowhead Hills right now.
It's on the ground. No, I'm not. I'm going this way. We can't get that way.
You got Brahms, Walmart in the path of this.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tornado on the ground, and it's almost moving due east.
Okay,
This thing is almost moving due east. I'm thinking very.
That's right. Give us your location, Val.
Get what?
Give us your location. What direction you're looking?
Okay, I'm on 2nd Street in Edmond. I'm looking due south of me. It's still about a quarter mile or so west of I-35, and it is still on the ground. It is going to cross I-35. Lots of debris still. The funnel is away, but there's lots of debris on the ground.
So take your immediate.
Gary.
Yep.
Okay, it's crossing I-35 now. I'm at 15th and I-35. Tornado just a few hundred yards away from crossing I-35. I'm going to turn around here. Hang on. They go straight.
Right here.
We don't have your shot, David.
Hang on a second.
Oh, we got Sky News 9. That's good. Stay with Sky News 9.
All right, there's the tornado. I'm looking to my south-southwest. Gary, it's a little stationary. The tornado is now stationary.
Okay, Gary.
It's going to be crossing I-35 in about.
I see the rain ramping around it. Val, go ahead.
Okay, Gary, we've got the tornado. We're on the I-35 bridge right now. It is 3/4 of a mile straight south of us, and it is just cranking still. It is still doing damage. Just probably, 100 yards, 200 yards west of I-35. We have got it. We can see it lifting, trees and stuff up into the air right there. It's got to be very, very, very close to 15th Street. Something went way up in the air. A big piece of debris. I don't know what that was. A big sheet of tin off of a building or something. Went straight up in the air.
This is in Edmond, Oklahoma. It's along 15th Street and 2nd Street, crossing Interstate 35.
It's on I-35, Gary.
It's on I-35. Any cars in the area?
Right now. It's right on I-35.
Any vehicles in the area?
Huge debris going up.
Gary, can you take our stream?
David, we can't get your stream, but we have Sky News 9 up.
Just crossed I-35. It hit that brand new hospital, that brand new Mercy Hospital that is south of 15th Street. That's what it went across. Look at the tree damage. Look at all the debris in the air.
Lots of tree debris in the air.
Just north of Henderson Baptist Church.
Some big banner or piece of tin or something that's floating through the air. Lots of debris.
Okay,
we need 200 yards east of I-35, Gary. Lots of trees in the air, too.
This is moving toward Lake Arcadia.
Gary's going to go just south of Henderson Hills Baptist Church.
Okay, Gary, it's going to be pretty close to Life Church over here. The one with the big cross that you can see from I-35. It's going to be very, very close, just south of this Life Church, I think it is, or Henderson Hills, whatever this is, campus over here. The one with the big cross on I-35 at 2nd Street.
That is fine.
Very close to that church, Gary. Matter of fact, it might be brushing the southern edge of it. Tornado's still on the ground. There's still just a lot of debris going through the air. As far as estimating path widths and all that, 75 yards maybe, something like that on the path width of it right now, Gary. It's still on the ground. It's going. There's no sign of it lifting at all.
It's not. This is Edmond, Oklahoma, north in section of Oklahoma County, north of downtown Oklahoma City, moving generally east, 20 to 25 miles an hour, moving toward Arcadia Lake, Tornado's been on the ground for a while now. I see it coming back down. We're watching Sky News 9, so anytime you guys have things, just jump in.
Yeah,
But, we see it on the ground again.
Still on the ground.
Okay, give me the location. What east-west road?
Okay, it is about a half a mile south of 2nd Street.
Okay.
And it's about a half a mile east of I-35. That's going to be a pretty exact location
Gotcha.
right now. This thing continues to move probably slightly north of due east. That's what I'm going to say, slightly north of due east.
So it's an east-northeast.
And just went behind OCS School. He just went behind OCS School. I'm on 2nd Street, and it's approaching 2nd Street, Highway 66, just east on the eastern side of Edmond now. If you live in East Edmond, you need to go to your safe spot right now. This thing is it's getting stronger. Gary, now it's almost...
It's Hiawassee, isn't it?
It looks like it's almost on Arcadia Lake, Gary. It's on the western side of Arcadia Lake, just south. Lots of breeze. It's hitting something, Gary.
You live, we have a debris ball indicated now. Debris ball, and this is one of many, on East 15th and right at South Air Depot, right at that intersection.
Tell me what road we're on.
And then part of the circulation goes all the way up to East 2nd Street. So it's very broad circulation.
There's Gary.
Go ahead.
Again, Gary, the circulation is going to be just south in between 2nd Street and Arcadia Lake. If you live again near 2nd Street, Arcadia Lake, need to go to your safe spot. This thing is still on the ground, and there's still debris in here, Gary. So it's doing this on the curve. A bunch of big homes on the northwestern side of Arcadia Lake. So this thing is still on the ground, still doing damage, Gary.
Okay, Jim Gardner, what do you have in Sky News 9?
I got it.
Storm Action 1, we got Val Castor there. You can see the funnel cloud. There's Val's shot. Go ahead, Val.
Oh, okay, Gary, we're still on 2nd Street. We're going east now. We're about 2 miles east of I-35. We're getting into the trees. It's kind of hard to see everything that's going on, but this thing is on the ground. There's still debris that we can see in the air here. I'm going to pull off the road here and watch it real close. It's right over. It's getting close to Arcadia Lake, Gary.
Okay.
Okay, where is it? Okay, it appears... Okay, Gary, we're real close to the circulation. Hey, Gary, new tornado! A new tornado! There's a new tornado, Gary. It's going to be huge. It's crossing 2nd Street right now. New tornado. Gary, this one is lifted. New tornado developing, Gary. New tornado developing now. Hey, look over here. Just on top of 2nd Street, Gary.
Is that
new tornado?
Near 2nd?
Tornado.
Is that 2nd Midwest Boulevard?
Yes, hang on a second. Okay, look over there.
I think.
Yeah. No. 2nd Street in Douglas. 2nd Street in Douglas. New tornado. New tornado on the ground. Besides the second one to our southwest. New tornado, Gary. It's on the ground right now behind me. I just went through it.
Okay.
I just went through it.
Quick check over here. Pop. You can pop him up on the right-hand side there. Okay, pop Michael Armstrong up. Get some time for arrivals on Storm Shield. Let's go.
Okay, listen. We have a tornado debris signature here, right in here, on the northwest side of Arcadia, just a few miles north of Lake Arcadia. New circulation's developing. Listen, anybody east of Interstate 35 now and north of the Turner Turnpike, take your immediate tornado precautions. This is potentially a life-threatening situation for those of you east of Interstate 35 and into Arcadia and perhaps down into Luther as this storm is tracking east-northeast or even maybe due east right down 66 or 2nd Street in Edmond as it's going to be approaching Pops over on the north side of Lake Arcadia possibly. So again, you guys east of Edmond, east of Interstate 35, take your immediate tornado precautions. Gary?
All right, back to Sky News 9's video. There we have it. This is in northern Oklahoma County, and Mike, you put it quite well, east of Interstate 35 and north of I-44 as it takes off toward Tulsa. So it's east of I-35 in Edmond and north of I-44, moving east, northeast, 25 miles per hour. And we've had several debris balls, and there's still a strong circulation. Back to the southwest, wanted to show you that. Back southwest of Oklahoma City, storm moving in southwestern Oklahoma County, another moving toward Newcastle. Those are severe. The only tornadic storm we have right now is this particular one right here. And it is Arcadia Lake, soon to be over to Luther. So Arcadia 437, Luther 452, Wellston 507, Kearney 514, and Chandler 528. Go ahead, David.
Okay, Gary, again, looks like the circulation is just to my west. I still have debris falling out of the sky. And I'm at the Post and 2nd Street circulation. And there it is. Tornado, there it is. it is right there. Tornado on the ground, Gary, at Post and 2nd Street, up on the hill. Tornado at Post and 2nd Street, up on the hill. It's behind you here. Tornado on the ground. There it is. There it is. It's Gary. Yeah, Gary, we just had the tornado cross the road, pretty much right over us. It was very weak. When it did, it looks like it might have picked up in intensity just a little bit. We had power flashes right on top of us, and that was about 2 miles.
And I think, Dave, you got a little better vantage point. Go ahead.
Yeah, Gary. I'm in Post. I'm in Post to 2nd Street. Here it is. It's right here. It's up what we call Sugar Hill. It's the Sugar Hill, and there's debris in the air, and I've got debris spiraling. It's a weak tornado at this point, but it's coming across the valley right here, Gary. Look, it's right here. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's crossing Post Road. The tornado is going to cross Post Road at 2nd Street, just north of 2nd Street, about 100 yards, Gary. That's where the tornado is going to cross the highway.
Careful, Arcadia. You
It's
got
going
to
to
take
cross at
precautions
Post
there.
Road.
Go back right and see this.
Look at all the debris. Okay. Wow. Okay, Gary. It's a 1 mile west. It's behind me. It's just crossed Post Road. It's now headed towards Arcadia, headed towards Tops. Tornado continues on the ground. Gary. Here it is, right here. Look at the tornado, right here. Tornado on the ground. Look at it, right here in this field. It's going right down Highway 66. Right down Highway 66, Gary.
On 66 and your north-south road, the closest one, Post.
I'm at 1 mile west of Tops.
Okay, gotcha.
Right, it's right here. Okay, it's right in front of me. Tornado crossing. It's now crossing 66 again. It's gone back over 66. It's right in front of me, 100 yards away. Tornado's 100 yards away. Here it is, crossing 66, or just paralleling 66, coming into Arcadia.
All right, Val, what do you have?
Gary, it is fixing to go across Pop's Restaurant. Everybody knows where that is. The tornado on the ground. It is weak at the moment, and it is just west of us. It's getting ready to move right very near Pop's Restaurant on Highway 66 right here. We're watching it. There is still a debris on the ground. It's right in front of us, Gary, just to our west. It's right there, so anybody that lives over here, beware. It's coming. I mean, it's here. There's not much debris flying up right now. Okay, I'm going to pull off on the road up here. It is just, I don't know, quarter of a mile to our southwest. Now we have debris falling out of the sky, small tree branches, limbs, stuff like that. We're sitting right in the parking lot of Pop's Restaurant. The tornado is still there. It's very weak right now, but it's still there. Now, just saw about a tennis ball size hailstone fall right in front of us also. Okay, Gary, right there. It's on the ground. Gary, it's 1/4 of a mile southwest of Pop's Restaurant.
Okay.
On the ground, there's not near as much debris as there was over Edmond at the moment, but nonetheless, it's still there, still capable of doing damage. It's not as strong as it was. Okay, now it appears to be south of Pop's Restaurant, maybe a quarter of a mile or so. All the debris is flowing back to the southeast now. I've lost the big part of the funnel, so I think most of it's probably lifted. If it is still on the ground, it's pretty weak at this point, Gary.
It will probably cycle, so you guys continue with tornado warning. East of I-35, north of I-44, in northeast, north central, and northeastern Oklahoma County. As we look at, at Storm Shield, we have one thunderstorm in South Oklahoma City. It's not that significant, but this one down here by Newcastle is definitely organizing. So it's going to move over just east of Bridge Creek, Newcastle area, across Highway 9. It's going to affect parts of Blanchard, probably southwest Oklahoma City, Moore, and maybe parts of Norman. Over here is the Norman area. And so this one's also organizing, and eventually it'll be capable of producing a tornado. So this is the one southwest. We're watching also up north there, that tornado on the ground at the moment that we can see. But once again, east of Interstate 35 in Edmond, north of I-44, continued immediate tornado precaution. I'm going close here, and that's the Arcadia area, Lake Hiawassee, and later over toward Luther, up to the Logan County line. And it's classic. It's classic. We've had the debris balls in between several times. Go ahead, Dave.
We have a new walk. Just want to let you know, like me, this old one is dissipated. We got a new big wall cloud forming just to the east over here, probably like a mile east of the town of Arcadia. I don't see any funnels or anything with it yet, but it is getting big fast, Gary.
All right. We're watching it on Sky News 9. Jim Gardner, what do you have?
Well, Gary, right now we're heading back in to get on some fuel real quick, but you're still looking at the remnants of that one tornado that David and them had right there. We just had a tremendous shot from Bob Mills, Sky News 9 of that tornado is across Edmond there. But right now, it's like Val said, it's in the recycle stage. There's a new wall cloud that has formed. And what we're going to do is we're going to run in and get a full load of fuel here, Gary, and turn right around and be right back out.
Okay.
Back to you.
On Storm Shield, we'll look at this storm in northeastern Oklahoma County, Arcadia area, Lake Hiawassee, east parts of Edmond, moving toward Luther. And it's a classic hook echo. So tornado warning continues. This storm down here is not quite as significant. But the one Blanchard, Middleburg area is turning a little bit to the right, so it's going into Newcastle, Blanchard, probably Norman, maybe Southmore, but probably Norman. So you guys down that way, be alert. Quick check of the state. That's the main action with the exception of these north, and those will be lifting into Kansas. So we have this one tornadic supercell right here, and we have severe thunderstorm with these southwest Oklahoma City and also down the Blanchard area. Like I said, this one down here is organizing much like this previous one did. So the warning will continue. Go ahead.
Now, it's just starting to come in. Edmond Police and Fire working feverishly out there to try to find where the damage is. We're getting some reports now over the scanners that there is some damage in the Thornbrook addition. We know that Police and Fire on the scene on Stratton Drive in Thornbrook and on Kensington Terrace. We're also hearing a report that the second floor of a home has been removed somewhere in that area. This is right near the corner of Southeast 33rd and Bryant in Edmond. They're canvassing the whole area, and originally they just found tree limbs that are broken off, but they're finding more now.
And just to add to that, when it comes to the house that had the second story ripped off, they have emergency crews heading that way. They have reported, though, that everyone is safe from the house. Everybody did take shelter, so some good news there.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, authorities are busy right now trying to canvass the area.
Yeah, just to recap real quickly, this tornado touched down along Bryant Avenue in Edmond, somewhere between 33rd and 15th Street, closer to 33rd, I believe, according to Dave Payne and Val Castor. It traveled east, northeast, but primarily east across the east side of Edmond. It would have gone through, if it stayed on the ground the whole way, and it sounds like it did, it would have gone through the old farm addition over to the Arrowhead addition, and then it was crossed I-35. It sounds like almost right at 15th Street, a little bit south of there, and then went by Henderson Hills Baptist Church. And David reported that he thought it had hit maybe the hospital that is new and
The
is back
Mercy
behind the
Hospital
church.
right around there. Also, we did just check with IMSA to make sure that there aren't any injuries, and right now they are not reporting any injuries in the Edmond area at this time.
That's amazing, and we hope that will hold. But as they go through the area, we're listening on the scanners, and the assignment desk is there. We have crews in East Edmond right now scouting it out, and they're going to be bringing the shots. Gary and Michael, we're going to go back and check in with you guys. Storm Trackers did a fantastic job today. David and Val and Sky News 9, terrific block-by-block warning, and the folks in East Edmond had time to take cover. We'll just hope everyone was okay.
Absolutely, it was really incredible coverage, Kelly. They really tracked it, like you said, block by block, and really, it looked like for a while the circulation. It was taking a long time to get organized there across West Edmond, got its act together. Listen, we still have it going on, though. It's near Arcadia, you guys. Again, take your tornado precautions. Listen, this thing could redevelop at any moment. It's going to be coming right down 66 toward Luther, eventually Wellston, and perhaps Chandler at 538. So these are the potential locations that are downstream from this storm that could still impact. I-35 to the west right now is fine until you get into the south side of Oklahoma City. And what we want to do is drop a little bit further south. Notice from I-40 south, could be some large hail developing along Interstate 240 into the Crossroads area, very near Will Rogers World Airport. And also, if we look a little bit further to the south, here's the one that's really starting to get its act together on radar, just south of Blanchard. And this one is turned right near Cole and Goldsby. You guys just be aware that this thing is going to be headed your direction. From Goldsby right now, the storm is 13 miles just to the west of Goldsby, where that potential rotation is developing just southwest of Blanchard. So you guys in Cole again, stay aware. Norman, don't turn your back on this storm either. If it lifts east-northeast just a little bit, it will come across Highway 9 and the south side of Norman. So again, tornadic supercells continuing here across central Oklahoma. The only one that we've had confirmed tornadoes on so far has been this massive supercell, just a major hook echo. Look at this thing. It's incredible right here, right over Arcadia. If there's not a tornado, there could be one very, very shortly. Look at that rotation right in there, again, coming down Highway 66. So, again, on the broad scale, This is the main storm, south of Meridian, east now, east of Edmond, near Arcadia, north of the Turner Turnpike. If you're driving on the Turnpike, you're okay for right now, but I got to tell you, here in just a little while, this thing is going to cross the Turnpike based on its current movement, moving east, or just maybe just barely north of due east. So Wellston, Chandler, you guys be very, very aware of this storm. Be ready to go to your shelter immediately if the storm, again, holds together as it approaches you. It looks like, based on its track, it's going to come very close to Wellston and Chandler, both. And it's already done considerable damage in Edmond, so don't take chances with these storms. As far as looking down south, Gary, are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, go ahead, Gary.
Okay, let's take a look at Moar, and we see the storm down to the southwest, and it really is organizing. Bobby's down that way. James, Hank's down there. Hank on Storm Action 3. What do you have, Hank?
Gary, we do have a small lowering southwest there in our shot. I don't see any rotation with it just at the moment, but this is going to go just to the north. Hey, Gary? It looks like on its current path, it's going to go right over Highway 9, looks like 62 intersection. Hey, can you guys hear me? No rotation, but a wall cloud has formed.
Okay. That storm continues down south. You guys, I'm going to... Go ahead.
Gary, can you hear me?
I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
Hey, Gary, I'm coming up on Luther. The circulation back to our left is north of 66, about a mile and a half. It's going to be northwest of Luther, about 2 miles, maybe 3 miles. Circulation is very strong, and this thing's going to produce another tornado. This one might be bigger than the last one, Gary. This rotation is very, very strong now. The wall cloud is much lower. It's just a few hundred feet above the ground right now, Gary. Circulation again northwest of Luther, roughly about 3 miles. No tornado, but I tell you what, this thing is spinning like a top. It is really, really low, and it is really, really mean looking. Gary, back to you.
Yeah, on radar, David, it looks powerful, and it is developing and increasing in intensity just to your west a little bit and northwest. I'm not sure you're in a real good position right now, but it's coming your particular way. What?
Answered now.
Okay, so you guys continue up in the Luther area, east of Arcadia, the area of Luther. Go ahead.
Tornado, there it is. Tornado on the ground. Tornado. Okay, there it is. I got the bearing. It's going to be northwest of the gas plant. Okay, hit record. Northwest of the gas plant, tornado on the ground. I see debris in the air. I see some debris. The spin is harder. The spin is going faster and faster. And there it is. It's very weak right now, but I do see debris.
Give me
debris in the air. It's going to be northwest of the big electric gas plant. Not by very far though. Maybe by just like a half mile.
Okay.
Wow. It's getting very, very strong. The wall cloud is amazing. It was totally different than it did when it was back in Edmond. Very low and very large.
Okay. As we're looking at this, you might go to Moar and just show if you folks want to see what a real supercell, a cyclonic curvature. That's a big time supercell, tornadic thunderstorm. You can see where Val's there, David's there, and it has another tornado on the ground at this particular time. It had been moving east, and it looks like it's still pretty well east, maybe toward the east-northeast. So you live in the Luther area or New...
Gary.
Go ahead, Val.
It's the moves on the ground.
Right, exactly where he was talking about. We are a mile and a half north of Luther, a mile and a half straight north of Luther, tornado on the ground, and it's pretty small right now, but the circulation in the wall cloud is absolutely huge. And Gary, I think this is going to turn into a big tornado the way it's looking. I've seen big tornadoes before, and this is what it looks like before it happens. And it's going to miss Luther proper, but it's going to go north of Luther. Oh, my goodness. This is huge. This is going to be a big tornado. Now there's more debris on the ground. Straight west of us, more debris on the ground.
Big tornado, Gary. Big tornado.
Big
tornado developing now. Wilson needs to watch out. This